So hello everybody, we had a West Coast Swing intermediate intensive today for West Coast Swing Portugal, and I'll put their link in the description below. So welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Felipe de Barros, West Coast Swing and solo dance teacher. Ha is helping me today with the class. So we did 4 hours. We're going to try and summarize each workshop. The first one was on inside and outside turns. So we normally do a left side pass, which is like this, and a 1, 2, 3, and a 4, 5, and a 6. But now we're going to add an inside roll to it, which looks like this. And a 1, 2, 3, and a 4, 5, and a 6. So to do this, we're doing the same footwork leaders, but we're adding a prep for our followers. We're going 1, prep. Here, we can use the body to prep our follower. Followers, we're prepping that hip. So we're going 1 and 2. We're placing the foot. We're not finishing too far forward because we lose connection, and it's awful. We're also thinking about the bow and arrow. Doing this resisted release with the chest instead of 1 and 2. We're thinking of going and 1 and 2, and then we're going to go for our triple step footwork for 3 and a place, and then finish here for 5 and a 6, and a 1, 2, 3, and a 4, 5, and a 6. So one more time here, but that's 2. We're going to do and a 1, 2, 3, and a 4, 5, and a 6, and a 1, 2, 3. We can even increase it. Increase more energy at the end if we want to. So that was our inside turn. I personally love an outside turn. So whereas the inside turn we are facing the fingers inwards. For the outside, we're going to do this. So we demonstrate here. Did you know that if we have the fingers facing inwards, it's going to be on the inside. Fingers on the outside, it's going to be on the outside. So for the outside turn, it's a little bit different. We're prepping just after 1. In West Coast Swing, we normally have movement first, then rotation, and then we go for our double turn, and we do our anchor step here. The next level was to switch hands, but we didn't switch hands yet. So one more time, we went and a 1, 2, 3, and a 4, 5, and a 6. Switching hands. We went bonus material. I'm going to bring this hand to collect. So I'm going to go 1, bring this hand, 3, and a 4, 5, and a 6. Feels really nice to do. So that's our outside turn. Make sure, followers, that you can place your foot and then transfer instead of losing your balance by stepping on everything in 1. You can think about the rib cage or your hips helping to bring you across. Or as you go on the outside, using those ribs and then slowly placing your foot. Fantastic. So that was our first workshop. Did we have anything else? Did I miss out anything in the first workshop? Great. And then we did moving the West Coast Swing way. So the first thing we did was posting on 4. So we're going to have a bit of away energy on 4. The follower wants to keep going until they feel, oh, I've reached the end of the rope. So we're going to go and underarm turn 1, 2, 3, and we have the end of the rope here. I can already feel something. Now we have connection, away energy. I can go for our 5 and 6 and go away even more. As someone said, Glenn he said 4 then more. So we can go and 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and even more. So I can lead for the next pattern. So that was posting. Posting is really interesting because when we're connected, from here we can do stuff together. If there's no post, like we're both forwards, there's no connection here, there's nothing. But when we're posting, we can start doing stuff together. Woo! Like this. That will help us for our next workshop, which was on blues. And then after posting, we looked at our 16-1. So we both want to go away from each other first before our follower has a new direction. So in West Coast Swing, when we want to go one direction, we might go the opposite way first before we go there. The same with a turn. If I want to turn this way, I'm going to go that way first and then turn. If I want to go up, I go down and come up. If the follower wants to come forward, they're going to come back first and then come forwards. So make sure, followers, when you're dancing, before you change direction, you're going back in terms of leverage. Very nice. And then we spoke about, so we're here on 5. Make sure, as you're here you're rolling back on 6 through your foot. So it's 5 and 6, and this is beautiful about West Coast swing. We're both match each other coming back. If I go slowly, the follower goes slowly. If I go quickly, the follower goes quicker. So we're a team. We're a partnership. So that's what we spoke about as well. Was anything else on the moving the West Coast swing way? We briefly mentioned pitch as well, where you're hinging at the hips. And this allows you to have tends to have a much nicer movement. If you're upright, it has a different look. And I don't feel as much of the balls of my feet when I hinge my hips, not my back, my hips. Now I have, feels really nice. So that can make you look more West Coast swing as well. We spoke about as well where you can swing as well, your ribs. Also on your walks, like this. That can also add a nice swing into your dancing as well. So the hips can also swing. So enjoy experimenting with this. And I think that was our second workshop done. Third one was blues. Blues has that swung timing. So we spoke about straight timing, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6. Swung timing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can break down each step into A, B, C. We talk about A taking longer. Wait before you do B and C. A, B, C. A, B, C. And not A, B, C. A, B, C. It's A, B, C. A, B, C. We did it together here. So we went on the spot without moving. We went A, B, C. A, B, C. A, B, C. A, B, C. Then we did a sugar push and other basics. So we went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. And adding those things as well into your West Coast swing. So that adds a lot. And then we had some blues footwork. We had this one, one of my favorites, tap, step. Sorry, step, tap, step, tap, step, tap. But we also swung it. This is more boring. We went tap, we want to hold the B, A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B. How do we do this together? Haha. You might be asking, is this leadable? It is. If we post on 4, or we have our partner on 6 posted, we can do it afterwards. So we had another on 10. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I can now go step, tap, step, tap, step, tap, step, tap, tap, tap. And then how do we get out of this? 3 minutes like this. So we went for a kickball change, triple step, tap, tap, tap. And if the follower doesn't do it straight away, it doesn't matter. They can then cotton onto it afterwards. A kickball change. We spoke about kickball changes. Because blues is going boom, boom, bat. We don't want it to go a walk when the music is going boom, boom, bat. So we thought, let's do a boom, boom, bat on our right side pass. It's a nice one. We don't tend to go kickball change on a sugar push because we're going here and then backwards. It's a bit strange. I prefer to go and kickball to the side to come forwards. Follows was the same. We went kickball change, and then you can go into your whatever pattern you want to do. That adds a really nice element there. Kickball change. I'm pointing towards the ground. You can go tap ball change, but I'm using the energy to bring those hips back to lead our partner. And this is, when we connect it, I can create this in my follower, like this. Cool. So in blues, when we post on 4, for example, 2, 3, and 4, well, then we can play with footwork here. We can do whatever we want to do. I might go bring the foot here and here. We can play when we post it and then go into our next pattern. And then the other footwork you want to do as well. That's what we tend to do with blues. It's more staccato and less body movement. Anything else we did in blues? Last workshop, number 4, we had whips. So we did our normal whip, which was and a 1, 2, 3, and a 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, which is nice. But let's add some spice. So we did a single outside turn. 1, 2, nice and relaxed. Followers take their time to come around. 5 and a 6, which was nice. But let's do a double outside turn. Delay it until the followers forward on their right on 6. And then we can add boomba and hold it. So we went and a 1, 2, 3, and a 4, 5 delay, and then do a dun, dun, hold for 1, 2, and then we spoke about how this is good to mark something in the music. We don't just do it randomly. If the song's about to enter the chorus, or maybe a phrase change, as we call it, so a chorus or a verse, we can hit the 1, hold it, and then continue dancing. Then we did the open whip, the Apache whip, hustle whip, lots of names for it, where we went 1, 2, 3, and a 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. The trick here is to keep those arms nice and wide to create connection. On 4 of the whip, normally we're here on 3 and, we will normally step the 4 here or here to create a lead here. With this whip, we can actually go towards the follower because we're using an open position. So it's under 1, 2, I'm actually going to go more towards my follower. Very nice. We spoke about as well for the whips or the followers. Normally on 6 and for the followers, we're going 6, holding, and then only coming forwards. The same on 3 and of the whip. We can go 1, 2, 3, and same concept here, hold back until you get a redirection. If you hold back, you have more energy and more zip to use. Then we added an outside exit. So we're using this hand here. So we went 1, 2, 3, and prep that shoulder, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Really nice move. I love this one. So I'm prepping the follower's left shoulder back. 1, 2, 3, prepping the shoulder here. So now they're ready to bring that shoulder forwards. And for a little bonus, you can use this with other things. Thank you all. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6. I can do like a rock and go, bring them in here, and so on, and play with that. Was that everything we did for what we did? I think so. So I'd love to invite you to subscribe to this channel by clicking on that subscribe button below and on that bell icon. And I hope to get notified when videos are available. And if you got value from this video, feel free to give this a like. And feel free to contact me as well if you're interested in working with me online or in person. I'd like to wish you a wonderful day. Don't forget to enjoy your dancing, whatever stage you're at, and to let your own personality shine. We'll see you in the next video.